After 30 years, I embarked on a nostalgic journey with my family on board a British Airways economy flight to Islamabad. We explored the vibrant capital and the culturally rich and historic city of Lahore, reviving old memories while creating new ones. A truly memorable and unforgettable return to Pakistan. By the way, a must-visit destination for anyone who hasn't yet experienced its unique blend of rich heritage and warm hospitality. A special highlight was visiting the flight deck and meeting the flight crew, making the journey even more extraordinary.
Hello and welcome to my channel Moss Smiles. I'm at Gatwick Airport with my family about to board an aircraft, a Boeing 777, all the way to the capital of Pakistan, Islamabad, to 40 degrees heat.
This epic journey begins at London Gatwick to Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, and the only direct flight from UK to Pakistan. Online check-in is available, but you still have to check in person to show valid visas or any identity cards. Do note baggage allowance is really generous at 2 times 23 kg per person, 46 kg total. Flying in economy today, we had no access to lounges, but the excitement of being in an airport and ready to board the British Airways Boeing 777-200LR was enough for my kids. By the way, I'll reveal the total cost of this flight at the end of the video. The flight departs at 10:30 AM, so we grabbed a sandwich and headed towards the gate. As always, we were warmly welcomed on board by the cabin crew and we headed to our seats. BA actually do charge for booking these seats, but as I booked this flight 10 months before departure, the seat selection was only £10 per person for a standard seat. I think the closer you get to departure, that increases to nearer £30 odd. You can of course select your seat for free 24 hours before departure, but you may not get what you wanted, and as this was Easter school holidays, this flight was completely full. So a quick look around the seat. I'm sitting in 36B, my son is next to the window in 36A, and the legroom is as expected. I'm not too tall, so sufficient enough for me. The table is adequate and sturdy enough for our needs. There are no overhead air vents, but the cabin was pretty cool, and if too cool, a blanket was provided alongside a pillow. In the back of each seat there is the in-flight entertainment screen with a very good selection. There is no handheld control, instead it's a touchscreen and it's very responsive. You have a wide choice between movies, some old, some new, TV box sets and enough games to keep the little ones occupied. In fact, my 7-year-old was glued to this for the entire flight. Pushback was on time and the safety video began to roll.
Welcome everyone. We will now demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft, and your attention is essential as this may be different from any aircraft that you've flown in before.
Have to say the condition of the seats was pretty immaculate, almost looked brand new. The headrest moved up and down as well as having support should you wish to sleep. A shortish takeoff and we were airborne. There was no international plug charging points, but a USB-A instead. The cabin crew came around with the initial drink offering and a bag of tasty pretzels. As expected, lunch was on offer and the choices were a Thai vegetarian curry with rice or a meat shepherd's pie, and of course, this being a flight to Pakistan, the food was halal. Accompanying the main course, there were crackers and cheese, a bread roll with butter, a quinoa-style salad, and a tub of dessert. After lunch, coffee and tea was offered, and I opted for a strong black coffee.
So I thought I would quickly tell you about the flight. We're about 3 hours into the flight, and I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with the British Airways service. The flight attendants have been really friendly. They're busy. It's an absolutely full flight. We just had the meal service. Yeah, it was pretty decent. I didn't know what to expect. I haven't been on economy for a long time, but it looks like this Boeing 777-200 has been refurbed. The interior is actually pretty nice. The food was actually really good. The toilets are really clean. So far, it's actually a really pleasant flight. This flight actually costs upwards of £1,000. It's the only direct flight from the UK to Pakistan to the capital, Islamabad. You could go via Dubai on Emirates or via Doha on Qatar, and they'll probably be a couple of £100 cheaper. But if you want to fly direct, this is probably the way to go. It's actually pretty good. I can't fault it. It's been, as economy goes, it's been a good experience so far. We're about 5 hours away, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the flight. You do get these measly little earphones which didn't fit in my kids' ears, so we got these ones for our kids, and so it's actually a really nice touch that they provide these for kids as well. Obviously, back in economy, it's a 3-4-3 configuration, so we've got the window seat. I'm in the middle, and we've got a young guy sitting next to me on the right hand side. He's minding his own business and watching movies, so it gives me an opportunity to quickly do a bit of recording, because it can be a bit awkward when there are so many people, but so far so good.
We were sitting in the rear cabin, and due to the curvature of the aircraft, the seating configuration would change from a 3-4-3 to a 2-4-3, as you can see here. If you do want to book those 2 seats next to the window, they would be great, but they would cost more to book. Just something to note if that's of interest to you. Always love looking out of the window and seeing another aircraft flying alongside, but we couldn't work out what airline this aircraft was from. If you've got any idea, please leave that in the comments below. Would love to find out, but we do know it was an Airbus A350. As we were nearing our descent time, a light snack of a chicken or vegetarian pastry slice was offered, which was really tasty. We gave the kids lollipops for the descent, which always helps ease their air discomfort with the change in pressure, and before you know it, we were almost touching down. The flight felt quick and very comfortable. I think it totally makes sense to fly direct, especially with the family, and with a time difference of 4 hours, once we get to the final destination, we can go to bed and be fully rested for the next day. As we were about to exit the aircraft, the cabin crew asked my kids if they would like to visit the flight deck, and they excitedly accepted. They sat in the captain and first officer seat with the hats on, asking loads of questions, playing with all the controls and having a good old chat with the captain. Really lovely to see. So how much did I pay? Well, we used 2 BA companion vouchers and 60,000 Avios points times 2, plus £100 per person in taxes, equaling £400 in total. Not a bad deal. If you want to know how companion vouchers work, keep a lookout for my video coming soon. Yep, so just landed in Islamabad airport. We got to go to the cockpit. We were invited there by the captain. He was amazing. The first officer was amazing. In fact, the entire flight attendant crew were outstanding. It was a really brilliant flight, in fact, and actually exceeded my expectations. I don't know why I thought the flight might be just average, but in fact, it's one of the best long-haul British Airways flights I've ever taken. So yeah, well done, British Airways. And we just landed in Islamabad airport, and wow, this is unexpected. A lot better, a lot amazing. Wow, it's really modern, and yeah, it looks beautiful. Have a look at this. Stepping into Islamabad airport was an unexpected delight. I wasn't prepared for how spacious, shiny and modern it would actually be. Truly a transformative welcome back to Pakistan after 3 decades. The passport check was quick and efficient, and before you knew it, we were collecting our baggage. So that's something you don't see too often at an airport conveyor belt. This amazing baggage reclaim area adorned by this wonderful Pakistani art. Brilliant. Islamabad airport, very impressed. A perfect way to wrap up an unforgettable journey. A smooth British Airways flight, a dazzling new Islamabad airport, and the joy of being back after so long. What a special experience.